Hi, I'm Hussein. Hi, I'm Hussein.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hi, I'm Craig.
Hi, I'm Luke.
We're the Moondrops. This is a new song. A freckle upon her eye, sound in my ear still rings, calling in for the night, remembering everything. Shooting across the sky, I wanted to hear her sing, calling for tonight, see what tomorrow brings. If they only knew I'm black and blue. If they only knew I'm black and blue. If they only knew black and blue. If they only knew. listening. It's crumbling right beneath us. Crumbling right beneath us. Careless feelings, smiles, freezing in the still air. Do we even still care? But if you go, 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 and you wanna go, you say, say, say what you need to say. It's no use. I'm feeling the same as you. But when you leave, 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 walking out the door, no, 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 what you waiting for? It's no use. I'm feeling the same as you. Reminiscing, smile, water leaves me frozen. 'Cause that's the life I've chosen. But if you go, 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 and you wanna go, you say, say, say what you need to say. It's no use. I'm feeling the same as you. But when you leave, 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 walking out the door, no, 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 what you waiting for? It's no use. I'm feeling the same as you. I thought of you each night and day. If it wasn't real, I'd go insane. Sit over now, sit in my head. She better act, I bring her down. And when you leave, 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 walking out the door, no, 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 what you waiting for? Hey there, baby. I hope that it never stops. And I could give all my love to you. I could give an awful lot. Yeah. When you're leaving me to drown, I think I should know how to stay afloat. Bellboy, live and leave me. Bellboy, over the way. away. Easy does it. Maybe she's just better off. And if I gave all my love to you, would it ever be enough? There's so much I wanna do, but never say. Grass stains around my shirt and on my knees. The wind messing up my head, tearing through the trees. Still you string me along. The beach day was pretty fun, but confusing news. My friends said they tag along, I know they like you too. Weather starts to change. Trouble in my brain. And when you're walking round town, I know. And when I see you with him, it shows that everything is just a joke to you. It's just another fucking joke to you. Cause I wasn't over you when you went away. I fucked up and lost my cool and now I feel ashamed. In my mind, can't tell what is right. I've been falling down the stairs too long to know where to go. Where to go.
Welcome back to another A-side session. This week we've got the Moondrops, a local favorite we've all been really excited for. So we just had a great set from you guys. How'd it feel to play live for the first time in like a year?
It honestly felt so great. Like, it's been way too long.
Super nice feeling, definitely.
It was really exciting. I was like kind of nervous, and I haven't felt nervous for a show in a long time.
Yeah, we were talking like while we were setting up, like we just didn't really know where things were supposed to be placed. Like, it was definitely just like something that was second nature to us like a year ago, and now it's like we just don't really know what we're doing. It's just been so long, you know.
It's a nice feeling. Still a little stressful, but it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm sure you guys miss shows. So do you guys have any like favorite show memories you want to share with us?
Well, we were talking about obviously not this most recent summer, but overall most of the usually every year we'll meet up with all of our other friends from like the hometown that we grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot of like other really talented musicians that we all know and love, and
It's like a
just
festival.
being able, our one of our best friends, Christian LaFaso, hosted it in his backyard.
Shout out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shout out
to Christian LaFaso,
Yes.
and yeah, all of our friends will just come by from like people we've known since like elementary school and friends we made in like high school.
Good time
and
to
stuff.
plug some other artists. We got,
Yeah.
Dave Outside. He's on
Yeah.
Spotify. You can find him. We have
We had Carpal Tunnel play.
Yeah.
Carpal
Ooh,
Tunnel.
we're gonna
last
have them in
time.
2
Yeah,
weeks.
that was our
Super
first time.
excited.
They just got signed to Pure Noise actually too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats to
Wow.
those boys.
Yeah, no,
I think our first time playing with them was at a
at Summer of Love
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe.
Really
Yeah,
fun.
and
And then
it was amazing.
what was it?
honestly.
Urban Nation also plays too.
Okay,
Bianca.
nice.
Great.
Yeah, the plates.
Lots of other like kind of special acts too. Like sometimes like people will put together a band just for that show, and
Oh,
then it like they won't play a show after
super
that.
fun. My
Performed
sister will.
solo project there one time.
Yeah, I
too.
did that one year. My sister will a lot of times do the graphic design for the poster for it and stuff. So
Oh,
it's
She's super
sick.
talented.
it's really fun. Yeah, it's just like
Mel
a really fun
Logger.
time.
You can look her up
Yeah.
on Instagram.
She did
She's
all of
great.
our art too for our new
Yeah.
singles too.
Yeah.
How does it feel to like be involved in a project like that that's so like connected to home roots?
It's really honestly something that I feel like I miss most of all in terms of like being able to play music. Is just like I feel like we were talking about when we practice and stuff, but just being able to like play music together again, it just like means so much, especially in these like I don't know, just really difficult
It's
times.
like
and
group
stuff.
therapy.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like
No, so like even prior to that, like being able to like play with, all of our friends and stuff, and being able to see all these different like, personalities come out into like the art that everyone's making, it's just really
super cool.
inspiring, and humbling, and just really fun to be a part of every single time.
Yeah.
Like
For sure.
it's really amazing that Christian can like put that together and stuff.
Totally.
and-
It gets better every year too.
Totally.
You can see he's like figuring out the formula slowly.
Yeah.
We even had porta potties this year. Not this year. The whole time.
Last time.
Really
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
Where are those hosted?
In San Ramon.
Ramon.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where we grew up, or at least some of us, but
Mhm.
For the
Luke's
most
right
part,
next door in Dublin.
So-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what role was like music like for all of you growing up?
music, like for me, like my dad raised me on all the music that he's liked, which is, you know, all the classic rocks and stuff that dads like. But
that's like.
yeah, but music was always like just so comforting for me, like listening to music growing up. And then like when I started playing music and learning instruments, it was just like so apparent that it was like my favorite thing to do. And
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to go next?
Sure. I feel like I come from a very similar background.
Yeah.
I inherited like all my parents' records growing up. So I remember like coming up from school and just like sitting and listening to records and stuff, and then going through, and then like as I grew up, I was like, man, like this stuff's like old, like like I felt like from there I kind of was always looking for something new and new place to
Totally.
go that was unique to myself. So.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Go for it.
I mean, I like wasn't I don't I was like pretty into music like as a kid. I got really into music in like the 3rd grade when I got really into like Green Day, and like 'cause it, you know, and like and then like Linkin Park and things like that. And then I got like really into that music, and like I would listen to it all the
DJ.
time. Yeah, and then like got really into like, you know, all sorts of music. Got really into like heavy metal in like middle school. Had like my whole like, you know, angsty phase. Got really into rap music in high school, like all sorts, 90s rap, and just kind of like all that stuff kind of like combined into one. And now I just kind of like all sorts of music. Like I love everything, and I like I'm really into every single kind of music, which is like I feel like my favorite part of music is that each different genre has me feeling in such a different type of way. But like
Yeah.
I love how each one makes me feel. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I always had like a hard time finding like I feel like my groove in terms of like playing sports and stuff, which I feel like was definitely
Okay.
a norm of like younger years. And
Totally.
I feel like I'm a very like non-athletic person, so when I like just overall like
The honesty in that.
yeah, honestly, but when I like I think it started with trumpet in 4th grade, but then when I started
Ooh.
like yeah, and then I moved to guitar in 5th grade, but once I was like found music and like found that it was something that like I felt like I could be really good at and like could see myself just going further and further in it. And funnily enough, like one of my like early influences that probably got me to like switch from trumpet to guitar was probably like Drake and Josh, like seeing
Nice.
Drake Bell. Like I was like, oh,
Drake
I
was
should
my
play. I should get a
idol.
Les Paul and like I should just learn like the theme song or something. Yeah, no, I literally don't even own a Les Paul at this point. But I would be lying if I said that that wasn't like a huge influence on why I
That's-
started
Dude,
playing
Drake
guitar.
was just like the coolest guy
Honestly,
back then.
yeah.
I saw him. I'm embarrassed to say, I think he was actually my last show.
No way.
That's so funny.
It was not what I wanted.
The synchronicity of
I
that's
wish I
hella
could have
funny.
ended
What?
that on a different note, but
Damn.
it's
That's
it's
cool.
Yeah, I think I
It
saw him
was-
at Disneyland one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well, just the backside of him, but I knew it was him.
the red hair, you know.
Yeah, I was
It's
like,
enough.
that's Drake Bell.
Yeah, that's so
You
funny.
just go up to him and start singing the theme song.
Yeah, I'm sure he would love
He's
that.
like, leave me alone.
Like every day. I hear
Everyone should do that. If
everybody.
you see him, just walk up and sing the theme song to him. He'll love it.
You tune in.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any like really memorable stories from a show you could share?
This one time at Cafe du Nord in San Francisco. I mean, this is like honestly kind of my fault anyways.
Our fault, though, honestly.
It
It was
was-
like a wake-up call.
It was just a it was a wake up
we were
call.
opening for like a bigger band that was like going on tour, and we didn't really know these guys at all. We're like used to, you know, the DIY scene where you share instruments all the time, especially like from
Yeah.
stands and like
Yes.
other than cymbals.
I
you
was
know,
expecting
so.
there to be a backline kit, drum set, and like
Uh-huh.
I bring like my snare and my cymbals, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I'm talking to
Well,
the drummer. Yeah, I'm like, cool, dude. So like, hey, nice drums, like, blah blah blah. I'm the drummer for the opening band, and he was just kind of like giving me some weird vibes, and then later on he was saying how like his kit wasn't available for me to play unless I wanted to pay $1,000 for like an insurance, like in case I broke his drums. And
I think they were saying,
I was
my
just like,
God.
this is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Their like manager called us. He's like, "This isn't what we agreed upon."
yeah, they said
And
you're gonna have to talk to our manager, and it was like this whole thing that we were like just definitely intimidated by them
Yeah, we
they're
were like,
definitely
"Oh God, what have we done?"
we're definitely like small fish compared to them. Like they were like
Yeah.
closing
So
out
we,
their
like-
tour.
So like I was like, Alex was like freaking out. I was like, get yourself together. Let's get in the car right now.
Yeah.
We're driving there. We're getting your drums. We're not paying $1,000 to these people. And like we like just like zoomed across town to, like Ingleside, where his place was at the time, and like
Damn.
zoomed back.
Got my drums.
Yeah.
We made
Had,
it.
like a real quick sound check. Kind of took the wind out of our sails for that show.
Yeah,
though.
no, then we
Yeah.
played like a very off.
Yeah,
it felt very off.
It's a very okay
All
set.
the vibes ruined.
Yeah.
This show is memorable in like all the wrong ways.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's so dramatic. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's so unnecessary.
I mean,
Yeah.
last time we played Cafe du Nord, though, before that, we did it for Heartbreak Fest, which was this thing our friend Sophie organized. And that was great. We sold it out, had a crazy crowd.
Yeah, I
super
mean,
fun.
honestly, one of our favorite
Right.
venues.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
was
Like,
good.
even in that show,
Yeah.
like
Cafe du Nord is a great venue. We
Yeah,
love
just-
that place.
everyone that's like working there is always so nice to us. I feel like,
Yeah.
especially in that
Aw.
situation.
Yeah.
Bartenders
we're,
are
like,
super nice.
The sound tech was so helpful, but
Definitely, people had our back there.
Yeah,
which
she was
definitely
like
needed.
comforting us as like
Yeah.
she was like, this is ridiculous. I don't know why they're like freaking out on you, but
Yeah.
like you guys are good. Like
Yeah, I just remember
Lesson learned,
that.
though.
That was,
Dame.
we should have been prepared though. You know?
yeah, it was definitely on us.
ultimately, like, yeah, kind
Totally
of
our fault.
Totally their fault, but like I guess we should have brought like our own drums.
Yeah,
You live and you learn. It's
Yeah.
okay.
totally.
Well, okay. So, what is life like with you guys all together outside of music?
We just kind of crack a lot of jokes.
Yeah,
Lots of lots
Lot-
of banter.
Lots of pop culture references.
yeah, like a lot of references.
A lot of references like TV shows and movies, like to the point where if you hung out with us, and you didn't know what we were talking about, you would probably want to leave.
Yeah,
You know, like,
definitely like we'll just like spiral off on tangents about like
true.
yeah.
We just kind of nerd out.
Yeah, totally.
We're really into like Lord of the Rings and like
Oh, sick.
So, yeah.
Star
These three are
Wars
obsessed with
and-
Star Wars.
That's
Yeah.
That's not.
You're
me.
not?
No, I like
What do
it,
you
but not
like?
as much
What?
as
You
Star
you
guys
guys.
so
Trek?
not
Not as
true.
much as you guys. I'm way more into Lord.
You're like
You hate
these
on
guys
Star
are
Wars all
total
the time.
nerds, but like I don't even like
No,
Star Wars.
I'm a Lord of the Rings nerd.
I've only seen all the movies a
That's
handful of times.
That's interesting.
There's different kinds.
I can only recite the opening crawl of like 3 of the movies.
No way.
That's not true.
Not even.
I haven't seen The Mandalorian.
that's
Oh,
you're just
what?
you're messing up.
I'm like using that as like my not a Star Wars.
Yeah, your badge of honor. Yeah.
Wow, dude, nice, really cool.
I feel like that's even like been a gateway for people who haven't always
No,
been
totally,
Star
yeah.
Wars
Yeah.
fans. So if you're
Yeah.
missing that,
Yeah.
Totally.
oh boy.
You're just missing out, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So what's like brewing up for you guys right now? Anything in the works?
We've been releasing singles
Mhm.
Yeah. We,
pretty slowly over the course of this quarantine
kind
stuff.
of had a little bit of a halt moment of the releases, like when like COVID first hit.
Yeah.
But we just dropped our third single of the 4 that we recorded like about a year, almost over a year ago now.
Mhm.
And it was it's called Bellboy. We played it tonight.
That's
We
right.
recorded it a year ago.
We
but
recorded
it
it-
came
we-
out.
it
Like a
came
month
out
ago.
like last
it
month.
came out last month. Yeah.
Okay.
And sorry, and then
Gotcha.
we're in the midst of getting this final one mixed up and ready to drop soon.
Yeah,
and
so
after
that
that,
should
we
be
have
on the way
we
soon.
have a bunch of
soon
songs
enough.
in the works too,
Wow.
like a bunch. So
Cool. Yeah, you said that 2 of the songs that you guys played tonight were written like super recently, just in the last
Yeah.
few weeks.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping to. Hopefully it pans out, but we're trying to make some plans of trying to get like a more convenient recording situation to where we can at least track our
Uh-huh.
ideas more and kind of
kind of self-record our stuff.
Yeah.
you
yeah,
know,
put
just
more
yeah.
stuff down on
production.
paper because like I feel like a lot of times, especially just over the years prior to like quarantine and stuff, but we would have a
Mhm.
lot of like songs that are just kind of in the reserve that slowly like fade from memory
Yeah,
and then like
totally.
just so many songs that like we've really enjoyed but
We're
like
just bad about
we
releasing
forget
things
and-
fast or like or consistently. So it's just like after we get this next one out, we're gonna like just try and be like in charge of our own process
Yeah.
and do it like the best
Yeah.
we can, more consistently to you know.
Nice.
give
hopefully
fans
the
what they
recordings
want.
will be like
Yeah.
good enough to
Yeah,
release
Yeah.
in some fashion too. That'd be ideal, but
totally.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What direction do you guys hope to see yourselves heading in post-COVID?
Like musically or like
I guess like recording wise, like
Mhm.
changing that, but yeah, whatever you're
I feel like-
releasing, whatever really.
Yeah, I feel like our sound has definitely become more has shifted from like it started out as sort of like garage indie rock, and now
Very
it's sort of
youthful kind of vibes.
Yeah?
You know what I mean?
it's kind of going into more of like a dreamy, like
Yeah.
sort of dream pop
Ooh.
vibe.
Is it inspired by any certain bands?
Just
I
kind
think
of in general, like what we've always like to listen to.
it's been a direction that we've been pushing for like years and years. I feel like
Okay.
we're definitely starting to like get a hold of get an understanding on some of the equipment that I feel like for instance we were using like effects on our vocals where like we wouldn't have
like,
really
years-
any
couple
show
years
actually
ago, yeah.
ever prior to this one. I
Yeah,
think
we
it's
did
our
the first time we got these
Sick.
vocal processors over like quarantine and like
Uh-huh.
just wanted to hone in our voice to like sound like how we want our music to sound.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because like otherwise when you have all these effects in your guitars and your vocals are all dry, it's kind of a stark contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that with that, and then trying to add like some synthesizers and stuff, and layer things
Ooh.
in. Yeah, and
Craig's been killing it on the synths lately.
Yeah.
so-
that's like the one upside from quarantine is I've been taking piano classes at SFSU.
Oh my
and it's-
gosh,
yeah.
that's so
Go
cool.
Gators!
Shout out to the
Go Gators.
Yeah.
Let me hear it for the
That's
Gators.
three.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
guys graduated or
About
I
to.
graduated last May.
congratulations.
I'm about to graduate.
Yeah, I still got a little bit more.
That's so
Yeah.
exciting. What about you, Luke?
I just transferred to the CJC, a jazz school in Berkeley.
Oh,
so I'm gonna be
sick.
there for a few more years.
Oh
So,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Luke's a killer at jazz.
Yeah.
What? Are you doing anything on the side with that? Any other
Um,
groups?
More or less. Me and Alex played on an album about a year ago that's like in the
Yeah.
final stages of being like released.
Mm-hmm.
But COVID just kind of made it hard. So besides just studying and practicing and like preparing for the world to be back to normal,
Ready to
there's-
play
Mhm.
gigs again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
We all are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was so great having you guys today.
Thank you so much for having us.
been
Yeah,
fun.
of course. It's like just such a pleasure to be able to watch any form of live music. Just brings some life back to this whole industry. We're really excited to see all that you guys have releasing soon. So everybody stay tuned for that. And yeah, this is awesome. Thanks.
Cool.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much.
much.
Cheers.
This has been
Hey, you
awesome.
guys.
Great.